Hey guys, my name is Jonathan. I'm your minister of students here at First Baptist, and I want to thank you for tuning in to this video on our Wednesday update. We are in the thick of things. Things are starting to kind of fall into place, and we are realizing that this is our new normal. The decisions have come down. Camp, unfortunately, has been canceled for the month of June. Schools locally have been canceled for the rest of the school year, and so we are trying to make the best of what we have presented to us. But I want to give you just some words of encouragement through this video, and hopefully that you will able to be able to press on just a couple more days, weeks, and see how we go from there. My wife reminded me this morning that today, April 22nd, is my 2-year anniversary to serve alongside you all as your minister of students, and I just want to thank you for that opportunity and privilege. It has been a blast, and I hope and pray that God continues to allow me to keep doing it. So thank you for allowing me to do that. Our memory verse this past week has been Philippians 4, 12 and 13. And Paul says, I know how to make do with little. I know how to make do with a lot. In any and all circumstances, I have learned the secret of contentment. Whether well fed or hungry, whether abundance or in need, I am able to do all things through him who strengthens me. And we have needed that word this week, that as we've heard about the cancellations, that God will give us the strength that can only come from him to get through each and every day. Our verse for this week is kind of along the same lines, but it's the shortest verse we're going to give you, and it is 2 Corinthians 5:7. 2 Corinthians 5:7. It probably takes longer to say the reference than it does the verse. And that verse is, for we walk by faith, not by sight. For we walk by faith, not by sight. That's it. Just a short little verse. But in the content of those verses, it can change everything. And so what does that mean? Walking by faith. Well, we know from Hebrews 11 that faith is the assurance of things hoped for, that it is different than just a hope, but it is this promise of God's blessings to us if we remain faithful to him. But walking by sight is not just by your eyes, it's by your senses. It may even be by experience. But God says walk by faith, not by sight, because sight can deceive you. I'm reminded of the verse in Psalm 119, 105. I learned this verse probably as a 4-year-old, and it says, your word is a lamp for my feet and a light on my path. And it wasn't until I got to study that verse more that, I used to think that as a child, that verse meant that, oh, God just flipped on the lights, and that meant that all is well, and, oh, you can see for miles and miles around. But the lamp that they're referring to is like a lamp that a shepherd would hold on the hillside in the middle of the night. And as you can imagine, that's only going to illuminate maybe your feet and maybe 2 or 3 feet ahead of you. So you're still not going to be able to see in the distance, but you are going to be able to see your next step. And so as we are struggling with what is going on in this world and adjusting to a new normal, Paul reminds us in 2 Corinthians that we walk by faith and not by sight. And that walking is being rooted into his word. It is being clinging to the things that he has promised us, and know that we will get through all of this together. I want to encourage you to watch Youth Group at Home tonight at 7 p.m. It's youthgroupathome.com. That is an opportunity for you to get plugged in. There's some discussion questions there for you. Seniors, we are exploring ways to recognize you in the next couple of weeks, so be on the lookout for that. And again, with camp, I know that's some tough news, but if there's any questions that you have for that, don't hesitate to let me know. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Enjoy this weather. And God be with us all. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, bye-bye.